Hello, everyone, and a warm welcome to Vtopya Internet Radio. Thank you for tuning in to our daily programming. I'm Marianne, and today our talented journalists Carol and Robert will be sharing their thoughts on music, movies, and video games. I hope you enjoy their insights and find their perspectives engaging. Don't forget to share the interesting information they provide with others. Without further ado, let's hand it over to Carol and Robert. Enjoy the show.
Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today we're plunging into something really captivating. The title alone grabs you. Echoes of Olympus, Streets of Desire. We've got this amazing collection, poems, song lyrics. It's this incredibly rich tapestry of human emotion and the backdrops. Wow. Ancient myths, modern cities, everything in between.
Yeah, quite the range.
So our mission, like always, is to dive in, pull out those key nuggets of knowledge, those insights, basically give you a shortcut to understanding how we experience, love, loss, passion, self-discovery, all the big stuff.
And it's important to say, this isn't just like literary analysis, is it?
Yeah.
We're really digging into why these themes, these feelings hit so hard across cultures, across time. It's about connecting the dots, maybe in ways you haven't thought about, ways that might shed light on your own experiences.
Okay, let's unpack this then. Starting with, the sheer intensity, the raw power of love and passion that just pulses through these works.
Yeah, it's undeniable.
This collection doesn't just, describe love. It kind of throws you right into the deep end. Its most exhilarating forms, but also its most perilous.
Right.
I mean, right from the prologue, you get these phrases like burning hells of obsession or those almost contradictory sweet crucifixions.
Paradoxical.
And these aren't just throwaway lines, are they? They echo really strongly in pieces like burning hell, sweet burning hell. It immediately sets this stage where relationships are both, thrilling and dangerous. What's your first take on that, how it frames everything?
Well, what's really striking, I think, and what makes this collection stand out is that it doesn't just mention love's contradictions. It almost celebrates them, like they're essential to its power.
Celebrates them. How so?
It sort of blurs the lines, between pleasure and pain. It suggests that real deep passion often needs that chaotic embrace. It's not presented as love despite the burning hells, but maybe love because of them, like fire intensifying things. It really invites you, the listener, to think, are the most profound loves sometimes found right there in those messy contradictions?
That's a really powerful way to put it. Love because of the intensity. It makes me think of Carnival of Lies. Remember that one? Love is a twisted game in Venice.
Oh, yeah, this.
Masks.
Exactly. Truth hidden behind masks, dangerous, deceptive tunes. It's not some gentle dance. It's high stakes, isn't it? A masquerade.
Absolutely.
And the sensory details just pull you right in. You can almost taste the bitter chocolate taste, smell the cinnamon in the air from bitter cinnamon blues. These aren't just descriptions. They hit multiple senses at once. That mix of sweet, spice, maybe something a bit darker lurking underneath, forbidden pleasure, maybe regret. It creates such a rich feeling, doesn't it, where love isn't always so innocent.
Oh, completely. That deliberate use of those really potent sensory details, it's brilliant. It makes these abstract emotions feel so tangible, so visceral.
Yeah. And that twisted game in Venice you mentioned, it's such a smart commentary on how desire can be performative sometimes. The masks aren't just about hiding. They kind of allow this temporary freedom. Right.
Even from rules.
Yeah, from conventional rules, where the desire itself is the only truth that matters, even if it's just for a moment. It's almost like the collection is saying some passions actually thrive in those shadows, away from everyday honesty. And that's what makes them so intoxicating.
Huh. That's fascinating. It really does challenge our usual ideas of romance, doesn't it? Pushes us to see love as way more complex, multifaceted.
Definitely.
And speaking of complex, bitter cinnamon blues brings up love triangles directly. That line, there are no promises to keep.
Wow.
Stark, isn't it?
It's not just about cheating. It feels like it's hinting at this primal space where the usual rules of romance just don't apply. Maybe they even get in the way of the raw experience the poetry seems to value. It's pretty bold.
It is bold, and that's a really key takeaway, I think. This collection doesn't really idealize love. It kind of strips away the nice societal expectations and shows us love in this untamed state.
Untamed, yeah.
Where maybe loyalty takes a backseat to that immediate, overwhelming pull of desire. It makes you question, how much of what we call love is just following rules and how much is this internal, sometimes chaotic force with its own agenda. And those mentions of electric skin and electric memory, or the crimson flame of tattoos and crimson flame and etched desire, that grounds it all in this almost animalistic physical magnetism. The body speaks louder than words.
And these intense feelings aren't just stuck in one place, emotionally or geographically. The settings are amazing, so diverse, so romantic. They feel like characters, too.
Absolutely.
You know, we're whisked from Milan, Airy Devotion, Blues from Milan, Bring Me Orchids to Paris, then Venice and Carnival of Lies.
Classic romance spots.
Right. But then suddenly we're off to Punta Cana, Antalya.
Yeah.
You see that in Jade, Tears of Antalya, Entre el Sol y el Mar, Under the Caribbean Sky. It's like this global tour of the heart.
Yeah.
It makes you feel these emotions are universal, but, you know, they wear different colors depending on the place.
Exactly. That choice of such different evocative settings, it reinforces that universality, definitely. But it also adds this layer of almost aspirational romance.
Aspiration.
Yeah, like these aren't just any old backdrops. They give the passions a sense of adventure, of grandeur, makes every connection feel kind of epic, whether it's a quiet moment in Milan or, you know, some secret thing under Caribbean stars. The place itself becomes part of the emotion, heightening the drama, the allure.
Okay, so it's clear this collection really dives deep into passion, even the tricky parts. But, you know, every journey has its twists, right? What happens after that fire? Does it just burn out? Or does it lead somewhere else? Maybe, like these works suggest, towards liberation, a new sense of self.
It's a great observation, yeah.
It feels like a natural shift. From focusing outward on the passion, the works seem to pivot inward, exploring this really powerful theme of breaking free, forging your own path.
And that's a fantastic point, because while lots of stories focus on, you know, finding love or the destination, this collection seems to really champion the journey, especially when it's about shedding constraints.
Shedding constraints.
Yeah, it highlights this fundamental human need we all have for autonomy, for self-realization, all these different kinds of liberation we see, physical, digital, even mythical. They all point towards discarding whatever binds us and just embracing who we really are, taking control of your own story.
And that motif of breaking these chains in the poem with that title, it's so visceral. The image of a soul feeling weary, bound in a rut. That resonates, doesn't it?
Instantly, yeah.
But what's cool is the solution it offers. Not just like an emotional shift, but this physical, almost primal escape. Through a wild thunder machine, turns out it's a motorcycle, and the wind whipping through wild, tangled hair. It suggests this raw, untamed freedom. The machine becomes part of the liberated spirit. What do you make of that? Tying the inner yearning to something so tangible and powerful.
Oh, that imagery is incredibly potent. It's not just wanting freedom. It's wanting a specific kind of freedom, right? Fast, exhilarating, maybe a bit dangerous.
Echoing the passion we talked about.
Exactly. The motorcycle isn't just transport. It's a symbol. Breaking conventions, asserting your will over those static, weary routines. It suggests liberation isn't always quiet reflection. Sometimes it's a roar, you know, wind in your hair making a statement.
Yeah, Declaration of Independence.
It's refusing to just walk away quietly. It's making a powerful exit.
That defiance really comes through in No Map, Just the Road, too. The speaker is sick of stale routines, wants to make the unknown my home. A total rejection of the expected path. And we see these really confident figures navigating cities, like the Lombard princess, remember her? Curls like poetry, fire in her eyes, making the city come alive.
Yes, love that description.
Or the queen of the neon streets, who claims her throne with an untamed spirit. They aren't just characters, they feel like archetypes, right? Individuals defining their own space, their identity, bending the world to them.
Absolutely. This collection really celebrates breaking free from all sorts of chains, society's expectations, boring routines, even your own internal limits.
Right.
These figures aren't waiting for permission. They're actively claiming their power. It really encourages you, the listener, doesn't it, to think about what chains might be holding you back and how you could, like the Lombard princess, just make your own world come alive by being, well, your untamed self.
And it's not just physical or emotional freedom.
Yeah.
The sources explore digital spaces too, like IMVU.
The virtual world, yeah.
There's Club 19, Thousand Dance Land, where avatars vibe and the dance floor is on fire. And even more personal, Dancing with Diana, where Diana, queen of IMVU land, she takes my hand. It shows how these online worlds can offer new ways to express yourself, play with identity, connect, maybe escaping real-world limits, a different kind of freedom.
That's such a crucial modern angle on liberation. It shows the quest for self-discovery isn't stuck in the physical world. Online, identity can be fluid, right? You can experiment, shed those real-world expectations. It's like a modern version of the mythical transformations we see elsewhere here. A space to redefine yourself, celebrate yourself in new ways. It really speaks to that human drive to connect and express whatever the medium.
Speaking of mythical, dancing on Olympus. And its Spanish and Italian versions, too. Bailando en el Olimpo, bailo sul Olimpo. Such a profound mythological take on choosing your destiny.
That really is.
The protagonist chooses to leave the old gods, Zeus, Mars, Neptune calls it a farce, a charade, and instead chooses Odysseus, becomes Ithaca's brand new queen. It signifies this adventure of passion. It feels like more than just a story. It's an archetype of choosing your own fate, right?
Yeah.
Leaving the powerful, maybe suffocating old order for something authentic.
Oh, that narrative is incredibly rich, symbolically. Leaving the old gods isn't just about ditching a pantheon. It's rejecting predetermined fates, the expectations tied to power or traditional roles,
Right.
and choosing Odysseus, the hero known for his journey, his cleverness in becoming Ithaca's brand new queen.
Yeah.
That symbolizes a self-written destiny, finding strength not in inherited status, but in a chosen path of adventure, real connection. It echoes that no map, just the road idea, but on this grand mythical scale, it confirms that real power. It comes from within, from the choices we make.
Yeah, it really focuses that internal journey. And speaking of internal, Gilded Cage Blues, that line about finding the love you crave isn't out there, but buried deep inside the soul. And it really stresses self-discovery, self-love before looking elsewhere. It's a message of inner strength, isn't it? Like liberating yourself from needing external validation first. The most important liberation is internal.
That's self-reliance. That's the ultimate liberation presented here, I think. The gilded cage is internal. A self-imposed limit where you look outside for what's actually inside you all along. It wraps up this theme so beautifully. True freedom isn't just breaking from others, but breaking from those internal patterns that keep us from our own source of love. It makes you ask yourself, what's your gilded cage? And where's the key inside you to unlock it?
Wow. So we've journeyed through intense passion, this powerful self-liberation. But every journey casts shadows, right? Endings happen. What about when these intense feelings crash into the reality of loss, of memory?
Yeah, that's the other side of the coin, isn't it?
This collection tackles that so beautifully, sometimes painfully. These enduring echoes, the aftermath, the ghosts left behind.
Indeed. That capacity for intense joy and freedom often walks hand in hand with the potential for deep sorrow. The collection doesn't flinch from that. It shows memory not just as, looking back, but as an active, sometimes haunting presence.
Haunting is the word.
It makes you ask, what is memory's role? Is it a burden, trapping us, pulling us back? Or can it be nourishment? A source of strength, reminding us what we lived, what we learned, helping shape who we become.
That's a critical question. And sometimes that memory feels so intangible, like the ghosts and phantom traces from the prologue. That's echoed in Empty Spaces and Phantom Traces. Your memory haunts this lonely, empty space, feeling of phantom breaths.
Chilling, yeah.
But other times, it's concrete. Finding a ghost today in a faded photo in black and white lie, memory literally called a black and white photo frame. These aren't just fuzzy feelings. They're potent, tangible presences, almost physical ghosts of loss affecting the now.
That imagery, the phantom breath, the photo frame, it's incredibly effective. It grounds that abstract idea of memory in something sensory, makes the absence feel almost present. It highlights that loss isn't just something ending, it's the creation of this enduring void, filled with echoes. What's striking is how the collection captures both sides, the pain of the absence, but also the richness of the past that just won't fade completely, like a permanent mark on the soul.
And it explores goodbyes themselves. That poignant last kiss, the final goodbye and last kiss on the last night. Just acknowledging with this bittersweet clarity that even beauty cannot stay. It's recognizing impermanence, even in perfect moments.
Yeah.
The kind of quiet acceptance that things are transient.
That line, even beauty cannot stay, it says so much about, well, everything being ephemeral, not just relationships. It's this philosophical acceptance of cycles, every bloom fades. And by acknowledging that, there's a subtle path towards acceptance, maybe. Appreciating the beauty because it was fleeting, finding grace in its transience.
The pain of separation often involves distance, too, like in Time to Say Goodbye. Lovers parting, Tormina to Milan, Rome. But there's that line offering some resilience. The echoes of our laughter will never be alone.
Yeah, I love that.
Like even distance can't fully erase the shared joy. And sometimes love fades more metaphorically, like the dying flower and the orchid's last scent. Love unnurtured cannot long abide, so a new beginning must be born. Stark, but also beautiful, right? A metaphor for neglect, but also renewal.
That contrast, the distance versus the enduring echoes of laughter, it perfectly captures our resilience. Physical presence ends, sure, but the emotional resonance can stick around, transform into something internal that sustains us.
Yeah.
And the dying flower, classic powerful metaphor. It points to the action or inaction needed to keep love alive. It shifts things away from just being a victim towards understanding our role in nurturing relationships, or not. And the inevitability of new growth after decline. It offers a way forward, not just an end.
But the collection definitely doesn't leave us stuck in sadness. It shows these powerful paths to healing, moving on. Learn to live without you, this broken soul, learning to be free from the ghost of your betrayal, cleansing my soul. It's active, isn't it? A deliberate purification.
Emotional hygiene, yeah. I like that.
And then there's that defiant stance in doesn't matter anymore. In its other language versions, ça m'est égal, non mi importa più, declaring your memory now holds zero interest because, get this, that old version of me didn't last.
Wow. That's powerful.
It's total self-reinvention, deliberately breaking from the past self.
That defiant self-reinvention is incredibly empowering, isn't it? It's not just forgetting, it's transcending the person you were in that relationship, the one defined by that betrayal.
Right.
That phrase, that old version of me didn't last. It's such a profound declaration of personal evolution. It tells you sometimes the best way to move on is to become someone new. Someone old hurts can't touch. Taking ownership of your story, not letting pain define you, finding strength and transformation.
And the coping mechanisms can be really unique too. Pain dances in the rain dance, dancing in the rain to drown your memory. The water feels like a lover's touch, becomes the nourishment I crave. It's so vivid, almost ritualistic, turning pain into sustenance, finding comfort in a really unconventional way.
That imagery is deeply symbolic. Rain, often linked to cleansing, right? Here it's repurposed as emotional nourishment, and dancing in it. It turns a symbol of sadness into this act of defiant joy, of self-care.
Yeah.
It's a brilliant illustration of how inventive we can be in finding solace, even strength, in unexpected places. It's about consciously reframing painful memories, letting the rain wash things away, but also nourish a new start. Recognizing that duality and healing.
And finally, there's that stark finality. The unreturning train, last train gone. Images like the ship has left the pier, the river never cuts the same way twice, leaving two people as only strangers. It feels so irreversible. Like nature itself confirms the end. No going back.
Those lines hit with the sense of irreversible fate, don't they? The unreturning train, the river never cutting the same way twice. It's not just about one goodbye. It feels like a fundamental truth about time moving relentlessly forward. We can't step in the same river or the same relationship twice. It underscores that while memories last, the present always changes us. And sometimes the deepest way to move on is just acknowledging some journeys are truly over and embracing the new, sometimes stranger people we've become. Knowing change is the only constant.
Wow. This journey through passion, liberation, loss.
Yeah.
It's been incredibly rich. And this feels like the point where it all kind of comes together, connecting directly to you, our listener. As we zoom out a bit to the deeper, more philosophical questions the collection asks about existence, of the timelessness of human emotion.
Exactly. It's a really nice pivot. After diving deep into the intensely personal, the collection prompts us to look up, consider our place in the bigger picture, to realize our individual stories, unique as they are part of this much larger, timeless human narrative.
Yeah.
And what stands out here is how these huge existential questions tied to ancient stories inevitably reflect our own lives back at us. It reinforces that our capacity for deep emotion, joy, sorrow, love, fear, it's timeless, universal.
Cosmic Blink really gets into that cosmic scale, asking profound questions like, what purpose drives this weary soul? And the answer it gives isn't out there in the stars, is it? It's closer.
It's closer.
To live, to learn before we die. The truth isn't up there, but etched in your heart, fueled by our love. The purpose is simply to live, to just be free.
Yeah.
That feels so grounding, yet massive at the same time. Our biggest purpose is right here, just living.
It really is. Facing the vast unknown, the poem pulls us back to the most basic human truths. Being present, growing, being autonomous. It's like this powerful antidote to existential dread, suggesting our purpose isn't some grand external mission, but the profound act of being and experiencing life with intention, with freedom. It's an invitation, really. Find meaning not out there, but in your own heart, your connections. Find the courage to simply be.
And the sources even launch love into space. Love in spaceship, cosmic love's blues, love traveling galaxies burning brighter than any star. That's more than just romantic exaggeration, isn't it? It suggests love is boundless, literally universal, a force like gravity or light.
It's such an imaginative way to show how enduring, how expansive love can be. Putting it in space elevates it beyond just human feeling to something almost elemental, a beacon brighter than any star.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder, if love can span galaxies, what earthly limits are we putting on our own capacity for it? What could happen if we truly saw love as this cosmic force?
The collection also powerfully connects us to ancient wisdom, to archetypes. Uruk's timeless heart brings in Gilgamesh, Shamhat, Ishtar, Enkidu, that whole Mesopotamian epic.
Right, from so long ago.
And asserts for 4,000 years the currents flow, yet ancient feelings still we know, meaning joy, anger, fear, grace. They're constant through millennia. It's profound, connecting us directly to our earliest human ancestors through shared feelings.
That Gilgamesh connection is brilliant. It provides this solid historical anchor, a powerful reminder that while our world changes, our tech, our societies, the basic emotional currents, the search for meaning, the sting of loss, the thrill of love, they've been constant for thousands of years.
Wow.
It's kind of comforting, isn't it? To know our deepest feelings are part of this unbroken chain of human experience. It makes our own struggles, our joys, feel universally resonant.
And importantly, the prologue and epilogue highlight this recurring figure, Diana. She shows up in all these forms: divine superstar, Gothic queen, in poems like Diana's Embrace, Diana, My Fable, Fiasco, Diana's Reign. She dances alone.
Yeah.
What do you make of her, this constant presence?
Diana. Yeah, she's a fascinating thread running through it all. She seems to function as this powerful archetype for the multifaceted feminine spirit, independent, mysterious, capable of light and dark, always self-possessed. Her different portrayals, divine, Gothic, even queen of IMVU land, suggest these core human qualities transcend any specific time or place. She kind of embodies that very spirit of liberation and self-discovery pulsing through the works. A timeless muse, a defiant figure, always writing her own story and inspiring others to do the same.
The collection also embraces contradiction, which we touched on earlier with passion. Paradox Heart calls love a constant contradiction, a beautiful dark addiction, both strengthening and paralyzing.
Oh, this both.
And Eternity talks about a final destination that's both heaven and hell. A wonderful contradiction of pain, love, memories, melancholy, and euphoria. It feels like a total acceptance of life's messiness, refusing to put things in neat boxes.
That acceptance is absolutely key. It's a refusal to compartmentalize feelings. Instead, it embraces the full messy spectrum. Eternity in a Moment captures this beautifully too, that fragile eternity we couldn't make last. It teaches us that even fleeting moments can hold immense eternal weight. And that contradiction isn't a flaw, it's just part of being human emotionally. It challenges us to hold the joy and the melancholy, the strength and the paralysis, all at once, without needing to fix it, just finding the richness in how they play together.
That's a powerful summary of everything we've explored. This deep dive really shows that even though our individual lives, our loves, are fleeting, that underlying human capacity for these huge emotions, it's timeless, it's universal.
Exactly.
It makes you think about how we embrace those contradictions in our own lives and how that shapes our own unique stories.
And understanding these universal themes, the fire of love, the guts needed for liberation, the resilience through loss, the search for meaning, it doesn't just give you insight into poetry. It empowers you to navigate and, to write your own story with more awareness, more empathy, more courage, recognizing yourself in these timeless narratives and drawing strength from them.
As we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave you with one last powerful thought. It's directly from the epilogue of these sources, a line that really hit home for us. You are the only one who can write the book of your life. It's such a profound call to ownership, isn't it? A final, clear message.
It absolutely is. That's the ultimate takeaway, really. A reminder that, we're shaped by experiences, by universal emotions, but the narrative arc of our life, that's uniquely ours to create. Embrace that power. Remember, every choice, every feeling, every challenge, It's a page in your ongoing story.
A truly inspiring thought to end on. And we absolutely want to acknowledge the artist behind these incredible works, Diana Paola. These poems, they were the inspiration for her songs, bringing these powerful words to life through music.
Amazing work.
You can find her captivating music, explore more on her YouTube channel. Just search for Diana Paola, that's Paola, or the links in our description. We really hope you'll check it out, and we hope you'll join us next time for another deep dive.
Thank you for tuning in to our podcast. We hope you're enjoying Carol and Robert's engaging discussions on diverse topics. Stay tuned for more insightful episodes. Until next time, this is Vtopya Internet Radio.